Hello everyone. Okay, so I am walking from my building where I live in Vračar, Belgrade, to my class where I have been studying for the last few months. So I'm just gonna take you on a little walking tour. Just recording this on my phone. So apologies if it's shaky. It's a little rainy out. I might give some commentary as I'm walking by. This will serve mainly as a memory for myself, just to be able to, remember the walk. So I don't expect that many people to actually be watching this video, which is totally okay. So right now I am starting along my walk. It's around a 31-minute walk, if we're going to be that precise. This is actually one of my favorite streets in the entire city. It is currently the fall right now, leaves falling off. So it's not as nice as what it was in, let's say, like September, but that's okay. Still very nice. So let's just continue. You know what? I think I'm just going to give commentary the whole time. I think it's just going to be like 30 minutes of me talking because that's more interesting than this. So I have really enjoyed my time in Belgrade. I have spent the last, 3.5 months of just non-stop traveling. Literally every single weekend I have been going somewhere. So you're going to be getting the best videos. I have traveled to multiple places within Serbia. I went to the 2 other cities in this country. I went to Novi Sad, which is a half-hour train ride to the north if you take the speed train, which is great. I also went to Niš. I did Niš in a day trip. It is a 3-hour bus ride to the southeast. It is closer to the Bulgarian border. And I really enjoyed my time in both. Niš is definitely much more like you feel like you are in the Yugoslav times. You still have a lot of the Yugoslavia architecture everywhere. The buildings, it's the stereotypical like socialist or communist, like big block structures. While Novi Sad, actually a lot more colorful. It feels a lot more Austro-Hungarian, which makes sense because the Austro-Hungarian Empire, like way back when, had control over the Novi Sad area, had control of what is called the Vojvodina region in Serbia. Technically, Vojvodina it's a semi-autonomous region. Oh, right here coming up on our right, we have the Nikola Tesla Museum. This museum is maybe the most famous museum in all of Belgrade. Yeah, only a few-minute walk from where I live. If you're going to come here, definitely come here early because it gets packed. Why is it so famous and why is there a Nikola Tesla museum? Well, Nikola Tesla is from here. In fact, the airport is actually named Nikola Tesla Airport. There we have the Spanish embassy. There are a lot of embassies around where I live. The Georgia embassy is actually, I don't know if it's technically in my building, but if it's not technically in my building where I live, it is connected to it. And soon, eventually, we're going to pass by the Turkish embassy. But you have embassies like the American embassy is massive, like one of the biggest embassies that I have ever seen. It's not just one little building, it's a whole massive complex. And it is in a different part of Belgrade. Supposedly, the embassy used to be in this Vračar area that you see over here. But it had to be moved due to security reasons after the 1999 NATO bombings. So now, let's see. Normally I walk straight. Sometimes I make a left. I'll make a left because it's the same amount of distance. And I just want to get to class. I actually have a presentation for my Serbian language class today. So yeah, I have to speak for 5 minutes in Serbian. Which, that is going to be kind of difficult considering I am very incompetent when it comes to Serbian. It is very hard. The Serbian language, it's spoken all across of what is former Yugoslavia. Each independent country now claims like their own language. So like Croatia says they speak Croatian, while Montenegro says they speak Montenegrin. Bosnia says they speak Bosnian. In reality, it's all literally basically the same with just small differences. A lot of times you will refer or see Serbian language referred to as Serbo-Croatian, And I've traveled all throughout the former Yugoslavia. I have gone to all 6 former Yugoslav republics, which is Serbia, Bosnia, Montenegro, North Macedonia, Croatia, and Slovenia. You may be asking yourself, why isn't Kosovo in there? Because Kosovo is its own country. Well, according to Serbia, it is not. Serbia claims full authority over Kosovo. They claim that Kosovo is just a part of Serbia. And also, Kosovo is not a Yugoslav republic. It was not one of them. Kosovo allegedly gained its independence in the year 2008, and they are very thankful for Americans there. You see American flags everywhere you go within Kosovo. Okay, so now I'm just continuing along my walk. It is about like 7-8 degrees Celsius, about 40-45 degrees Fahrenheit. So, you know, it's a little chilly, but nothing crazy. Here now we are going to be making a right. I would go down a little further. That is Slavia Square. There's a nice big fountain, but that will not take me in the right direction. So you see down there, see a little off in the distance, that little red thing, that is the tram. Public transportation here is hit or miss. Okay, I'm gonna cross the street now. Even though it's red, just run a little bit. Public transportation here, while we're on that topic, I don't even mess with the trams. Not at all. They are always running late or don't show up whatsoever. However, the buses I find are excellent. Or I wouldn't say excellent. Definitely not. Buses here are good. They're very good. The buses I never have a problem with. However, there is no metro station though anywhere. No metro here. If you want to go throughout the Balkan region, there are also no trains, unfortunately. The only train really is to Novi Sad, or there is a train from Belgrade to Montenegro, and that train can take you overnight. It will take you around potentially up to 12 hours. My train actually broke down when I did it, so it took me 13 hours. I had a sleeper car. That was a crazy experience. I went from Podgorica, Montenegro, which is the capital of Montenegro, which is very different from where all the tourists go in Montenegro. A lot of times they will be going to Kotor, Budva, Tivat. I was in Kotor and Tivat as well. And that's where you get, first off, incredible, beautiful scenery, just with the mountains. Oh my God, and how it goes right into the Bay of Kotor and just all of that. Stunning. But I'm really glad that I got to go to Podgorica because that showed me like true Montenegrin life, especially, you know, being in like a real city. But the train itself also technically goes all the way to Bar, so it's technically the Belgrade to Bar train route. This was actually one of Tito's best innovations that he had, and yeah, if you want to go on train, this is really the only one to do it in the Balkans. They use buses everywhere. And me as an American, when I came here, I was like, oh God, they use buses to get everywhere in the Balkans. That is horrible. Because in America, our main long distance bus company is Greyhound. And Greyhound is a nightmare, absolute nightmare to take. It is oftentimes late. It is not clean. You have had many cases where people have been like thrown off the bus because they are rowdy and all of that. And actually, my Greyhound video is actually my most viewed video on YouTube as of right now. But here, the buses are incredibly efficient. They are on time. They are safe. And for me, most importantly, honestly, is that they are clean. Everyone takes buses. I will give the buses here a rating of an A-, while in America they get an F, literally an F. But okay, let's just continue down this walk because I'm sure you also want commentary on where we are walking right now. We are just walking down this path. We are kind of by the Hilton Hotel, again a little bit by Slavia. Now we have started to get out of the Vračar area, and soon enough we have about 20 minutes of walking left. I do this walk every single Monday to Friday early in the morning, and then I do the opposite walk on the way back, and I will be continuing to do this for the rest of my time here. Actually though, there has been the last month I have not been doing this walk. I have actually been doing my own independent research, so I have not been going to class. We haven't had classes, but that's okay, because now I get to redo this walk again. Today's actually the first day I'm doing it again in a month. Okay, here is this, what road is this? Is this King Alexander Boulevard, or is this Knez Mihailo? No, Knez Mihailo is like, no, yeah, King Alexander Boulevard. And this is one of the main streets in all of Belgrade. I could normally make a left to go down that road next to where you see you have the white building, but I'll just continue going straight just to kind of show you it all, because also it's like a memory for myself. This is where you have really the main shopping. It's where everybody comes through as they go. And here, yeah, it's a really, really nice street. I am frequently walking on. If you walk this all the way down another 20 minutes or so, you will be in Stari Grad, which is the old city, even though it's nowhere close to any old city anywhere else in Europe. It's literally just the regular part of the city, but it's where like the main pedestrian area is. It's where the tourists go. I avoid that at all costs. Go all the way down. It's Kalemegdan, the Belgrade fortress. Definitely a place you should show your friends if you are here, and go yourself. You see, like, there's a store, there's a shoe store. But continuing to walk down, you go to any highway, and it is just a Serbian flag every 25 meters for like the entirety of it. It is crazy. I have never seen anything like it. You see the immense nationalism. That's also one of the things that it's a reason why I find Serbia so cool. Okay. Continuing on our walk. What else is there to talk about? I'll go back to talking about the surroundings. So here, yeah, shopping. You have a lot of the brand name stores here. Really busy. Oh, let me try to make the green light. Yeah, okay, let me cross here. I will cross here. Should I then continue going straight? Can I go down here? I'll go down one and then I'll make a right. Okay, so just gonna continue down. And Belgrade, honestly, I think as a New Yorker, I mean technically a Long Islander though, I have the right to make this claim. I feel like Belgrade is the Balkans version of New York, in the sense that it is always busy. Like, it doesn't matter if it's 2 in the afternoon or if it's 3 in the morning, and I could just walk down the street and there are people going about their day. There are cars on the streets. The streets are lit up, and it is crazy. There has not been a single moment in Belgrade that I have felt unsafe, ever, literally ever. I mean, it is crazy. That is something I didn't necessarily expect. Oh, this street has the longest light. Like, literally, let's see how long I'll be waiting, because I have to turn here. I can be waiting here for like literally like 4 or 5 minutes, which is a long time. But yeah, always active, always busy. It is unbelievable. I love it. Okay, now we wait. Great. Let me cross. I don't know. They're crossing. Some are crossing. Now it's green. So what? My guess is that we have another 15 minutes or so. No, not even. Probably 10 minutes before I get to class. See right here, here's a bakery. It's called a Pekara, and they are everywhere, literally everywhere. Like every single street. That's probably an exaggeration, but like you see them like once every like literally 2 or 3 blocks. They are a big part of the Serbian life here. You go, you get yourself something from the Pekara for breakfast or lunch, and yeah, oh my god, those bakeries, incredible. I literally had a burek for breakfast today. I would say as of right now, dumplings are my favorite food in the world. Well, I would say pizza's number 2, but I would say burek is number 3. And what's crazy is I didn't even know what a burek was before I came to Serbia. I know, right? Now I can't go without them. I'm gonna miss them when I go back to America, or really just out of the Balkan region. It's gonna be sad. All of the Serbian food, like the diet is literally just like meat and potatoes, which I love. I'm a huge fan of that. So I would be willing to rank Serbian food in my top 5 favorite cuisines in the world. I'm trying to think of where I would put them. I can't necessarily create a list of 1 to 5 off the top of my head right now, because these lists for me, like, they're always like fluctuating a little bit, but just relatively in no specific order. My top 5 is definitely Chinese food, Serbian food, Italian food, Afghani food, and I'll say for number 5, I'll put either Indian food or Argentine food. It really depends on my mood and what I'm feeling. Okay, these videos keep cutting out. I don't know if it has to do with the current storage that is in my iPhone, which is kind of unfortunate, because I was hoping it would just be 130-minute long video that I would just be able to upload to YouTube, but now I have to transition it into my computer, because then I'm gonna have to quickly edit it, and then my computer is like has no storage right now. So I don't know, that's a Landon problem for later in the day. But we have, how long do we have left? Probably about a 7-8 minute walk. Now we are getting into the Savamala area. The Savamala part of Belgrade is alongside the Sava and Danube River. However, this is without a doubt my least favorite part of the city. I love all of Belgrade, literally all of Belgrade, but Savamala, no, I'm not really a fan. Why? Because there's nothing here. Literally nothing here. Like, there are some homes a little bit. I don't know, as you see, as once we start to get down more, you'll see it starts to become pretty desolate. One thing that's really nice is right next to the Belgrade waterfront. That is one of my favorite parts of Belgrade, though, where I frequently walk around. The Belgrade waterfront has a crazy amount of controversy. And, actually, I'll go this way, just to show you kind of like a little bit more what Savamala area is like. There are foreign investors. Mohammed Al-Abar, he has literally invested, what is it, like $4 billion worth of just into infrastructure, building up condos in this luxury space. He is actually one of the main guys for the Burj Khalifa, so he is legit. But yeah, one of the concerns is, okay, you have these luxury apartments now. Are they actually going to be able to be filled? Like, can they be afforded? Also, they just mess with the overall aesthetics in the city. You have a city that is, very much just in, you see right here, the architecture of Yugoslavia, and then boom, you were going to have these massive modern condos that you will see very shortly. By very shortly, I mean probably within the next minute or so. Like, you could kind of see them in the distance right now. They're still being constructed for a large part of it, but when you're walking around, like, take a walk through the Belgrade waterfront. Oh my god, it is so nice. There's just one massive mall in there too. Okay, now we are officially in Savamala. You see, it starts to get pretty empty. There's not much to do around here. Oh, also, I've been walking downhill this whole time. Belgrade, I wouldn't consider it a hilly city by any stretch. Definitely not. But there are some spots that you will be walking uphill, so just be ready for that. Yeah. Oh, there's a casino. Casinos are everywhere here. Sports gambling, yeah, it's crazy. It's also a massive problem. But a lot of people say, well, it generates tax revenue and people love to do it, so why not? Yeah, we have that in America too. It's a big problem that we as Americans need to figure out ourselves, especially with players betting in their own games. Shout out John Tate Porter for that. Okay, now I just kind of walk straight. You see over there's the scaffolding, and you have kind of like advertisements for what the Belgrade waterfront gonna look like. You see some of the buildings a little bit in the background. Up here's another casino, and here's another one that's just 3 in the last minute and a half. Oh, also, I know what to talk about now. You need to get to a basketball game here. If you're here during the EuroLeague season and Crvena Zvezda or Partizan are playing in the EuroLeague, it's literally the greatest atmosphere I have ever experienced in my life. I'm not even joking. I went to 4 Partizan games. One was in the ABBA League, which is a league for the Adriatic teams, really mainly former Yugoslavia teams, but a team from Dubai is in it for some reason. I saw that team from Dubai play. And I went to 3 EuroLeague games against Barcelona, against Žalgiris, and also against Panathinaikos. And those EuroLeague games, just singing, dancing the entire time, flags being waved. Literally, I have gone to MLB playoff games. I have gone to Stanley Cup playoff games, including Eastern Conference Finals. I have gone to the 2021 U.S. Open Final, which is where Serbian and greatest tennis player of all time, Novak Djokovic, was playing, trying to get his calendar slam. I'm a huge Djokovic fan. And unfortunately, he lost that to the Russian Daniil Medvedev. I previously said that was the greatest sporting event I have ever been to, ever. Just in terms of atmosphere, significance, what it all meant. No, when you go to a Partizan game, it's just different. Okay, so now we are finishing up. We have about a block and a half further. Oh, that's a good shot, relatively, from here of the Belgrade waterfront condos. As you get closer to the water, though, the condos just get nicer and grander. So these ones are kind of like on the quote-unquote outskirts, even though there's really no outskirts. You see here how quickly the city has changed. But maybe that's why Alivar wants to have these developments that are over here. Okay, so as I'm finishing up, giant puddle. Let's cross over like that. So, there's Serbian Cyrillic. You will see Cyrillic a lot here, but you also have Latin. Let me just give my final thoughts as I am closing in on my school where I'm taking my classes. I love Belgrade. Nobody travels to Eastern Europe, at least Americans. Nobody really comes to the Balkans unless you have family, some sort of heritage here, or you're what many Americans would say, quote unquote, an adventurous traveler. That is absolutely ridiculous. Balkans is my favorite region in Europe. 100%. You are missing out if you don't come here. And many people will say, oh, I've been to Croatia, I've been to Split, Dubrovnik. No, come to like real Yugoslavia and come to the real Balkans. It is an experience that will be different from everything in Central and Western Europe, but it will be so worth it. I'm going to miss my time here, but I know this won't be, once I leave here, my last time in Belgrade. I will be back here many times in the future. Let me cross quickly. Yeah, I will be back many times to Belgrade, but that's okay. Still got time here. Still got time to travel a little bit. You got crazy Eastern European Balkan content that are coming your way. Okay, we are here now. All right, see you guys.